My wife told my son he ruins real family photos, and divorce papers were my response. My wife Sandra physically pushed my 8-year-old son Tommy out of the frame, while the photographer waited to capture my stepdaughter Emma's 10th birthday photos. "This one is just for real family," she announced sweetly, as if she hadn't just shattered my boy's heart in front of 30 guests. Tommy stood there holding the gift he'd made Emma by hand, tears streaming down his face while Sandra posed with Emma and her biological father, who'd shown up uninvited. I married Sandra 3 years ago. Tommy's mother died when he was 2, and I'd raised him alone until Sandra came along promising to love him like her own. Emma was 7 then, and the kids got along beautifully until Sandra started her campaign. It was subtle at first. Emma got new clothes while Tommy's requests were too expensive. Emma's art went in the fridge while Tommy's went in drawers. Emma got parties while Tommy got family dinners. But this birthday was supposed to be different. Sandra had promised Tommy could help plan it since Emma always included him. He'd spent weeks making her a jewelry box in his woodworking class. Then Emma's biological father Rick showed up. The deadbeat who'd paid no child support for 5 years suddenly appeared with expensive gifts, and Sandra melted. "Emma deserves photos with both her parents," she cooed, pulling Rick into frame after pushing Tommy out. "He's not her parent," I said loudly. "He's a sperm donor with a wrapped PlayStation." "Don't make a scene at Emma's party," Sandra hissed. "You just told my son he's not real family at his sister's party." Emma, to her credit, tried to pull Tommy back. "I want Tommy in the picture. Sweetie, we need some with just us," Sandra insisted. "Tommy understands." Tommy didn't understand. He ran inside crying. I followed, leaving Sandra to her real family photos. I found Tommy in his room, packing his dinosaur backpack. "I'll live at Grandma's so I don't ruin any more pictures." That broke me. While Sandra played happy family outside, I called my lawyer, then my mother, then the locksmith. By the time the party ended, I'd already started the process. Sandra walked in glowing about how wonderful the photos would be, Rick trailing behind her like he lived there. "Tommy needs to apologize for his tantrum," she announced. "Tommy's at my mother's house," I said calmly, "with all his things." "What? You can't just take him without discussing it? Like you discussed making him feel worthless? Like you discussed letting Rick play daddy for photos?" Rick tried to interject. "Maybe I should go. Maybe you should be a parent," I shot back. 5 years late, but Emma could use more than a PlayStation, Dad. Sandra turned on the tears. "You're overreacting. It was just photos." That's when Emma surprised everyone. "Mom, you're mean to Tommy all the time," she said quietly. "You make him eat different food. You never frame his pictures. You made him sit alone at my recital." "Emma, honey, you don't understand adult things. I understand you're mean to my brother." Emma had been keeping a diary. She showed me later, documenting every slight against Tommy, every favoritism, every time Sandra said, "my daughter," but "your son." A 10-year-old had better moral clarity than her mother. The divorce was swift. Sandra tried to claim abandonment, but Emma's diary became evidence. Even Rick testified that Sandra had been poisoning the family dynamic to impress him. Sandra got the house but had to buy out my equity. I got primary custody of Tommy, and surprisingly, partial custody of Emma, who asked the judge if she could live with the parent who thinks all kids are real family. The birthday photos Sandra treasured so much, the photographer, who'd witnessed everything, refused to edit them. Every shot shows Emma looking miserable, reaching for someone off camera. That someone was Tommy. Last month was Emma's 11th birthday. She insisted on only one photo tradition, her and Tommy together, holding the jewelry box he'd made her the year before. It sits on her dresser at my house, filled with notes they pass each other. Sandra sees Emma on weekends now, still posts old photos claiming #BlessedMama, while Emma counts days until she's old enough to choose where she lives permanently. Tommy doesn't pack his dinosaur backpack anymore. He knows he's exactly where he belongs, in every photo and every moment.